This is Meri at the Meri Atelier. Happy not Thanksgiving. Happy celebration. Happy 4th of July to everyone in the States. I hope that you have a happy, safe, and really fun, relaxing 4th of July. Tonight, I'm going to continue working on my celebration box. This will be an ongoing July project, and I'm going to paint some milk jugs. I'm going to paint one of them at least of 4th of July. So, I see some folks coming in. Let me get over to my other device so that I can welcome folks in. Yes. Let's see who's visiting tonight. I need to go to my lives. And is that it? No. Let's get out of this. There we are. Oh, and it even gave me my chat. It's Elise. Hi, Elise. Welcome in. Hi, Miss Angie Brown. Happy 4th of July to you. Are the fireworks going off in your area? You might hear some popping around here. Elise says, happy 4th of July. There's Purdy Girl. Hi, Purdy Girl. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right. Well, I have been working on what I'm calling my celebration box. My attitude is I'm not going to be around probably for the next 25th or even 50th year celebration. So I want to do something that maybe I can add to every year, or I might do a larger box and put this inside of it. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the upcoming years. But I'm still working on this box. And I also want to paint some milk jugs. And the last stream that I was in, I painted the interior a nice red. I still am having trouble getting some of these areas to stick down. I might, what do I want to say? Fine Art Glitter Glue does not hold this broadcloth very well. So, I'm still working on that. I might work on it a little offline too. It's mostly on the edges here. I might just have to clip them off. We will see, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I want to share and what I actually want to work in, I found this magazine. I find that we are getting, let me fix my camera a little here. Is that a little better? We are, I shop at Walmart a lot, and that's generally where I get these types of magazines. Well, I'm finding less and less women's magazines, but I did find this one, and I'm going, yay, a 4th of July magazine. It's a Victoria magazine, and I love Victoria, and it has some things in here that I think I want to tear out and put in my journal. And the American story starts here, and it's talking about defining a nation. And I'm not going to read all of this, but I am going to take some of this out and put it in my celebration box. So we'll do that, and then let's get to the journal. Let's get some of these things out here. I put, when I painted the inside of that box, I took some of my things out. I think this is mostly scrap. I'm looking for my journal. I have a tag here. I have, yeah. Where's my journal? Where is my journal? did I put it? I'm looking for it here. I'm going to welcome you in. If there are fireworks going on in your side, I hope you enjoy them. I know the animals generally don't care for the fireworks. Well, I don't know what I did with my journal, so I may not work on that tonight. We have the papers. We have the stickers. Got some. Let's see, stickers, a napkin, more napkin, more napkin, and these are just little flags and stuff. These are some newspaper articles. Oh, I have to have more here. This is mostly scrap. And I found more of this fabric, which is fun. But do you think I can put my hands on the journal? And, how interesting is that? Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I will paint on my milk jug. And maybe as I'm working here, I'll come across my journal, because I have all that washi tape. I do not come in here and prepare my streams ahead of time. So what I have out is what I have out. Let's just move on. I'm kind of disappointed in myself here, but that's okay. Let's put this fabric in here. And let's put these in the, I'm wondering if my journal has slid down. I don't see it. Got some more. These were gifted to me by Linda. Thank you, Linda. I'm going to put them in the... I want to keep things together here. Well, I'm not finding it. We'll work on that another time. I'm going to put these inside of my box here. I will have them. And we're going to paint the jug. And wait a minute, I found it. It was over here. Here's my little journal. And let me show you where I'm at on this. What I did had to go to town the other day. My brother wanted some worms for the fishing, and I found some more of this old flag fabric. And I found this kind of a ribbon. It's a ribbon with the 250, but I think I'm going to put it on the front of my journal. So I'm going to do that. And I also found some pins. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Those might make nice buttons for the celebration box. There's 2 of them. So let's get started. Let me come out and look at chat. I want to chat with you guys. I don't want to get so focused on what I'm doing that I forget that you're out there. Hi, Coloring View. There's Becky. Hi, Becky. How are you doing, girl? Angie Brown is here. Jersey's here. Hi, Jersey. Elisa's here. She says they're on their way to Lowe's. Oh, what you gonna buy? What are you gonna buy? I'll tell you, Becky, you got me on the lookout for a paper shredder. I was tearing papers this afternoon, and I'm going, I really do need a shredder. Becky said, if you have a paper shredder to tear up your paper bits for your paper making project. Coloring View says, hey, boo. Jersey says, Angie, we had storms today, so I couldn't make it on. We had some storms earlier today. It was more thunder and lightning than rain, but we're predicted to get some more rain this evening, later tonight. You are having heavy rain now, Angie? Yeah. Well, it's got to rain on the 4th of July. Of course it does. Coloring View says, I love my paper shredder. It is awesome and not expensive either. Oh, that's good news. That's good news, Coloring View. Get one that cross cuts. I'm not sure how it does that, but I will, Becky. Becky has the best advice, let me tell you. She really puts me on track on things. I will look for that. I'll investigate into what all that means. I have known nothing about paper shredders, except here are my paper shredders right here, you know. But I actually, if, I don't know, she might still be on, Jacqueline, the Lovely Crafting Lodge. If she sold today, I missed her sale. I fell asleep this afternoon. I slept probably from, maybe about 3 until about 5 or 5:30. I think it was around 5:30 when I woke up. I don't know what it is with my body that wants to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning and sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Angie says, no, Mary, Jacqueline is on vacation. Oh, she is? Oh, well, that makes me feel much better. Then I didn't miss her sale. Angie, fill me in on Jacqueline. How long is she going to be on vacation? You needed that nap. Yes, I think I did. I've been working on some other projects, and vacation time for her, Coloring View says. Angie said she doesn't know how long she's going to be on vacation. Okay. Well, you know, I really feel better because I feel bad when I miss a sale or something that I really wanted to go to. But I was just dead tired today. See you later, Becky. Have a good time at Lowe's. Okay. Angie says she doesn't know how long Jacqueline's going to be on vacation. Okay. I'm going to put chat, my little thing up above here so that I can see chat. Becky said we had to stop for gas and now we're off. All right. Well, just have a good time. I don't know about you guys, but the fireworks in our area, they have these little in the parking lots, they have the little tents where they sell fireworks and everything. And we drove by one yesterday, and there's a great big old gorilla out there. I thought, man, that would make a nice picture to do something with. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can't just pin this. I guess the pin is on the paper, and I tore the paper, so I'm going to take this off. And let's just take the paper off. And it looks like it's kind of fragile here, but I'm going to do it anyway. And see if I can't glue it. I have not bound this journal yet, so I'm working on these one sheet at a time. Angie says, Mary and all, I was blessed Wednesday from Laura, a pink office chair. Oh, Angie, what? How cool is that? Laura, that is, Laura, our Jersey Laura? How sweet is that? A pink office chair. Oh, what a blessing. You know, this crowd in here, I tell you, you guys, you're the best. I love how you treat each other. Let's see, I don't know what I did with the one that had the safety pin in it. That was this one. I don't think I'll use the safety pin, but I'll save it. And I'm going to take my cover off for right now. Let's just take it off. And this will be the front, so I'm going to glue this right here. And I probably should put a piece of wax paper on the back. And we will glue that down and set it aside and let it dry. Jersey says, the heart. Angie says, yes, I love it. I'm so blessed to have all of you in my life. I understand, Angie. I understand. We're truly blessed by some of the most giving people in here. Laura Vasquez blessed me with this Tim Holtz a couple years ago, and you guys are always sending me things. Legia, she's always sending me stuff. I'll tell you, I think I'm going to have to get out a new glossy accent here pretty soon, but I want to use up what I have. We are blessed to have you, Jersey says. Well, you know, being able to visit each other on the internet, isn't that cool? You know, we just, 20 years ago, we couldn't have done anything like this. Angie says, Laura, you make me cry. Laura says, Angie, it's all good. Okay, let's see if I can glue this down. And my lighting, I'm going to turn on the overhead light, but I might be turning it off and on because it reflects off of my glass here. Yeah, see the reflection up there. Let's do it this way. Let's just take care of that old reflection. And I'm putting glossy accent on here, which is coming out pretty good. And I'm going to put it on my journal. I'm glad Jacqueline took a vacation. I was feeling bad that I missed her stream. Alrighty, let's turn this over. And let's just put it kind of up at the top. So I might have to cut these shorter, but I might just leave them this length for a while. I might push it over, pull it over just a little. All right. I think this will be okay. I don't want to, I think I can. Let's do it this way. It's kind of soaked through. I think I'll throw this away and get a clean one out and let it dry face down. I had to laugh at my brother because we need some more Reynolds wrap for out in the kitchen. We don't desperately need it, but we need it. And we went to Walmart. He had to get some things. He was out of his, what he likes, his groceries. And so he went, and I had gone the other day, so I didn't buy much. I saw these little 4th of July things. I bought a set of watercolor. And what else did I buy? Not very, oh, that magazine. And, but I usually am the one who shops and shops and shops, and he goes out in the car and waits for me. Well, I finished shopping and I paid for my purchases, and I went out in the car, and it was hot out. The car was locked. I couldn't get in the car, but it would have been hot in the car anyway. So I came back in. I looked around because I thought, oh, he's got to be almost done. And I looked around and I looked around. He was not to be found. So I sat on one of those little metal benches that they have along by the cash registers. And I waited for a while. And I thought, well, maybe I missed him. And I went out in the parking lot again, walked down the aisle. Nope, he wasn't there. I came back in. And I waited and I waited. And finally he was done. And I asked him if, when we got in the car and we were coming home, I said, did you get everything? He said, everything but the Reynolds wrap. He said, I could not find Reynolds wrap. And I'm going, oh, they have a whole roll almost of Reynolds wrap. He was looking in the wrong aisle. Thank you, Coloring. It's good to see you, too. Everyone needs a break from this social media and business lifestyle. Yeah, it helps to take a break every now and then. Let's see, Coloring View says, yes, she announced a vacation coming up when she was packing up some of her orders. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, I agree. When you're streaming, and I think you understand this because you stream a lot, Coloring, is it can put a certain pressure on you. Like you feel like if you say you're going to be there, you should be there. And just like tonight, I'm here now and I'm enjoying my time. However, I had to almost talk myself to coming in here tonight. I didn't do my morning stream because I was working on something else. And I go, Meri, you told everybody you could be there tonight. But there's a certain, it can tire you out if you stream and stream and stream. And I don't know. Needing a break, like Coloring says, everybody needs a break every now and then. And so if you feel like you need one, you take one. I'm going to turn this light back off again because I don't like this ring here. I could put more paper on the bottom, but we'll just turn the light off. So what I want to do, we're going to save this out. What I want to do is kind of work on this in here. And I'm going to start out just doing some little basic things. And then I'm going to, these are some more napkins. I am going to, forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I want to paint my milk jugs tonight. So we're not going to do this all night. We're going to do some other things. Let's see what I have in here. I got these off of Amazon. And I might just send some off to some of my members. I'm thinking I'm going to do a member stream. Oh, these are some packages. These are nice. Look. $2.50. Let's pull this one out. Look. Oh, here. This will be the first page here. Let's start with one of these. And even though the 4th of July is tomorrow, but if you're doing a 4th of July journal, or you could save them for next year, I bought these napkins because I wanted a lot to work with. And I think I'm going to have to cut this package. And I also bought some extra. Of course, I've had these for a while. Today I finally opened the package. I bought on one of the Prime days, it wasn't the most recent one, a pack of 6 scissors. Okay. I'm always losing my scissors. But and I wanted some clean kitchen scissors. The scissors we use in the kitchen, I frequently wash them off sanitize the blades. I don't like the idea of those kitchen scissors just being used and neglected to cleaning. All right, let's just take this paper out. Of course, it's going to fall on me. I'm going to take the second page out. And since I'm working on this, I'm going to have to open it up this way. And I'm thinking I'm going to, I want to get the entire eagle here. So I'm going to have to cut some of this to fit on here. But let's open it up and remove the backing. Hopefully it only has one backing. And to remove the backing, I usually use double-sided tape, but I might be able to use painter's tape here. And I get ads here, so I can't see your chat. Coloring View says, she announced her vacation plans coming up when she was packing up orders. Andy says, yes, Mary, it's a blessing to have met all of you. I love you all, and I even know that I haven't met a lot of you. Well, we meet online, and that's kind of the blessing, is I can talk to people all over the country without leaving my chair. Isn't that a blessing? All right, I'm going to put this page up, and I'm just going to see if I can't start it. And I did. That's pretty cool. I'm going to save that piece of tape. We might come back to it. And let's pull the backing off. Whee! Of course, you guys have collaged napkins before. And I still have to go through the newspapers and see what kind of announcements are in the newspapers. I'm sure there's some things that I can save. Probably will be in tomorrow's paper too. Well, I don't know if there'll be a paper tomorrow. It's a holiday, but whatever. All right, so I'm going to fold this back up. And what I'm wanting here, I'm wanting this eagle. Come on, fold nice. I'm wanting this to show, so I need to cut it. Well, we can cut it on the fold, and when I cut it, I'm just going to fold it like this. The fold is right here. Do you all have plans to do something tomorrow? My nephew took my brother fishing today, so they're not planning. We're not doing anything. They're not hosting a fireworks or anything, so we're staying home. All right, let's do it this way. My eagle. So maybe this second star here and the wing here. So the second star, let's take him off. Let's cut this. And even if I have to trim it, I'm okay with trimming the edge. No, that can go on another page. I want this one in here. The eagle's wing is just going to fit, I think. So let me fold it like this. And one more time. So I can see the tip of his wing. Tip of his wing is right there. So if I cut this strip off like that, and so to go there, and maybe the tip of his other wing right here. And I can use this to collage on a, maybe I'll just collage on another page, just scraps. I think, was it Sylvia or somebody in here, or was it Margaret Mendez was in here, and I said, can you, she said, can you just make a collage of scraps? And I think I can. So I'm going to put this eagle right here, and the 250 is just, let's see, I can come up a little with the wing. So I can turn it this way and fold it one more time like that. And I want the very tip of it top cut off so that I can do the, get the 250 on there. I'm making this napkin fit, and I'll get the 250 right in there. I'll get part of the anniversary, but that doesn't matter. Let's just cut it this way, and I'll trim off the bottom. And what does this bottom one say? 1776 to 2076. See, I can put that over here or do something with that. But right now, what we're going to do is collage this down. And this will be the first page. And I'm just going to, when I collage it, I'm going to collage it with, not that, glue stick. Glue sticks. Oh dear. Well, we'll get one here. I have glue sticks. Do I not have glue sticks? I got ink pens. Distress. I thought I'd have a bunch of glue sticks in here. Yes, I did. My drawer. I have so much work to do in organizing in here, and it's beginning to get filled up. The floor is beginning to fill up behind me, and I don't want that to happen. So I have a mission to sort through what's behind me so that I can have a clear floor again. I tend to put things that, like when I go thrifting, I said, I'll throw it behind me and pick it up. Well, I do pick up some things, but it's beginning to accumulate behind me, and I need to not do that. Let's just glue this napkin down here, and this will be the first page. And it's already got a white background, which is good. You kind of want a white background on when you collage napkins, because otherwise your design will fade into your background. I wonder what Becky's getting at Lowe's. I hope she comes in and tells us what she and Scott bought. What are you buying, Becky? Yep, she's got me looking for a paper shredder, and she said, look for one with a cross cut. Oh, this is going to make a really nice first page. Let's take the wax paper and buffer it down. So if this is the first page, this would be the last page. No, yeah. Well, no, the first page is actually the cover, but this will be kind of the last page there. I might put some documentation on here as to what this journal is, so I'm not going to collage on it. Isn't this going to be cool? Now you flip it this way, and I've got this, and I kind of want to leave that wicking, but I could, I don't think I want to bother this too much. I might journal on here. We'll think about what I'm going to do there. So the next page is the backside of a star page here. And it's fabric. Now I'm not sure how napkin will go on a fabric. And I'm not sure that's the design I want. Let's look at some of those other designs. I'll just keep these out. These are cool. Let's look at those other napkin designs. Here's the backing. I may not want to do anything with that. Let's see, put that over there. We could take a piece of this and put on there. That's a thought. But let's look at these other designs. This is this, and we have this one. But see, that's dark fabric, so I would probably want something dark, which would not be that, or this. Those are the same. Something dropped. So I might revert to this because it's dark on dark. I dropped my magazine. Now let's see. I think, let's open this up. I don't need that, although I'm wondering, I think I'll save that for scrap. And instead of a flag, let's go for, it says, let's see what I can put on here. Land of the Free. I like that. Let's cut out Land of the Free, and I'm going to outline that with my white pen, and hopefully. So let's leave this one here. Let's take this one out for a minute. I might have to readjust all of this as I go. And let's cut. Let's see, do I have another Land of the Free? I do, but it's off of the, it's cut there. I want this one. So let's cut that out. And I'm hoping I can make it fit the page. I got this fabric at Walmart. If you're interested, you might. I had to look for it. Our Walmart revised their fabric section. They put all like the 5 yards. And they had one long aisle. They didn't have one long aisle of the 5-yard packs and the 1-yard packs. And they used to have these big packs of different fibers that were like a couple yards. Now I dropped everything here. So I was working on this side. And what I'm thinking, oh, this will fit. Let's put it in here to make sure that I'm thinking correctly. It goes like this. And then this page, I don't want to spoil this. This is beautiful Jacqueline work here. And I think I might just do a little bit of journaling in here. Maybe write a verse or something. So I think I'm going to trim this off so I can have the stars on here. And I think this is just going to fit if I stay within my stitches. If you could zoom in, you could see little vertical representations of blanket stitching or just straight stitches in there. So let's take this back out. Oh, I had it like, I think I had it the opposite side, which is good too. So let me cut, and I can use this for clusters or something. I'm not throwing my scraps away. Saving my scraps. So let's take this, put here. This is a napkin. These are buttons. That's the... All right, so I'm going to put this here just like this. It just fits. And I think I'm going to put it down with my fine art glitter glue. And I really don't need to do too much more to it, because this is a patriotic journal, and this kind of defines it. Let me look at chat. Let me look at chat. Let me refresh my chat. Chat filter. I got my chat in front of me. It reminds me to look at what you guys are saying. Chat filter. Top messages, chat filter. Oh, messages. Coloring View says, I think the stamps with the 250 stamp on it will 400 years from now be a collector's item. If it survives 400 years, Coloring, if it survives 400 years. Let's see. Angie, let's see what Angie said. Angie said, there will just be us three, and then we're going to a friend of my brother's to watch the fireworks. And Coloring said, that sounds like a plan, Angie. Coloring said, says, I've been pulling the 250 from stamped envelopes. Oh, that's a great idea. She's talking about the postmarks on stamped envelopes. They're have the 250 on them, and she's been pulling it off. And she says they actually they are stamped from the USPS. Yes, that's a great idea, Coloring. And I might I might look through and see if my brother has any of those. He gets a lot more business mail and junk mail than I get. So I might have a couple. That's a great idea. You can save them for your journal. Separate the napkin. Jane showed me how, but I haven't tried it. I need to learn this part. Elise says, must go, so have a happy 4th, everyone. Elise is such a talented lady, let me tell you. She's in our tatting group, but she also is doing bobbin lace work, I guess you could call it, bobbin work, and she's doing some beautiful things. She draws and paints. She does these portraits that just blow my mind. She's not here, so we can talk her up. without embarrassing her. She's a very talented lady, and she is such a nice lady. Joyce, there's Joyce. Hi, Joyce Boring. Welcome in. Joyce is doing a 250 journal. Yes, you are. Joyce, do you want some of this fabric? I threw it behind me. It won't get to you by the 4th, obviously, but I will be happy to send you some of this. Maybe a nice cut. Do you want some? I had one that I bought a week or so ago, and then I was at the store and I found 2 more. So tell me whether you want a piece of that fabric. I'll send you like a 8 by 10 or however. Let's see. Joyce is here. Oops, who else am I missing? Pressure and stress. Oh yes, Mary, we were talking about Jacqueline taking a vacation. I'm sure glad she took a vacation today because I fell asleep. Angie says, coloring view, I can't take a break from you all. I would miss you all too much, and when I die, I'm having a plug-in so that I can charge my phone and watch everyone. You won't need a plug-in, Angie. You'll be able to look down from heaven and see all your wonderful friends. You love that, Mary? Thank you, Coloring View. Everyone needs a break from the social media. Okay, we're back. Let's see, did Joyce? Hi, Chaz. Oh, she says, Joyce says, yes, Mary, please. Let's stop right here. And I have some elephant fabric that I cut to send to Vale. So I need to get and Chaz, welcome in, Chaz. Let me get this piece of fabric out. Let's cut. Let's put this aside for a minute. Let's put my phone up above so I don't break it. Almost went over the cliff. That's one reason why I don't have this here. Let's move this down a little. Move that forward. I don't want to drop my phone. There we go. Yeah, I'm sending things over the cliff. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to cut a piece of fabric for Joyce. Chaz, what I was saying is you should have a piece of that other fabric coming your way. It'll take longer to get to you because but I sent it at least a week ago. All right, Joyce, let's see what I have I can send you. Would you like, I'd be willing to send you this salvage edge for your pleasure. It's David Textiles, not intended for children's sleepwear, but that's the salvage edge. And then I'll send you well, let's get the Home of the Free in there. I'm going to have to cut. Well, let's just cut it. Let's just send Joyce a nice piece of this because she is so generous to me. She sent me 6 or 7 sheets of crocheted. And of course, the post office won't be open tomorrow, Joyce. Let me just cut down here. And I'll send you this entire side. And I gotta get that piece ready to send to Vale because I've been promising Vale some fabric. And you will get, Joyce, because they don't design this fabric to be cut logically for what we use it for, but you can use the edges like this for clusters or ties. And I'm going to send you the salvaged edge here. Let me get this big piece off. This is what we're sending to Joyce. Because she's doing a July journal. And Joyce is one of our members, so yeah. We'll send you, and you'll get Land of the Free, Home of the Brave here. And it'll kind of be the ending of one. You'll get a flag here, Land of the Free, you'll get a flag. This says Home of the, and of course the Brave is, this side is going off, but you'll get 1, 2, you'll get several flags here. you'll get at least 3 full ones, and then you'll get some ones that you can just kind of use on ATCs or tags or ties. And I would imagine this is about, not counting the salvage, it's 7 this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5 inches, not counting the salvage, width by, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, about 18 inches. And I'll be happy to send this to you because you are so generous to me. And I can't get it off in tomorrow's mail because tomorrow will not be a mail day. But I'll get this ready to send. I'll probably send it in a business envelope with a couple stamps on it. I'll have to figure out how to fold it. So I'm going to take that out in the other room. Let's put my, what was I working on? I was working on this other page. What did I do with it? Land of the Free. And here's this. I'm going to put it up here. I was working on this. So we're going to glue this one here, because how this will go, this will be folded up in the journal like this. This will come this way, and then this one will go on here. That will help, and then we'll flip the page, and then I'm not sure what I'll do on this because this is both the front sides. I'll have to think about that. So let's work on this. Let's just do something kind of simple. Let's just glue it down, and I'm just going to let the stars be there. And Land of the, do I want to outline this? I don't think I do in this case because I think the red shows up enough to read it. When it's printed in blue on that fabric, it kind of fades into the background. But I think the red is. Let's glue it down with my Fine Art Glitter Glue, fabric to fabric, see if it'll glue them together. Yes, it's Friday night, and it is already 8:30, you guys. I go on until 10 on Friday nights, and I often go past 10. But I'm trying not to go too late because Juju, Crafting on the Back 40, comes on after me. And Ginger Pam, she's vacationing over in Australia. I think they're probably on tonight, maybe. I don't know. She and Di are probably having a good time together. They're probably on right now. That's okay. It's a big world out there. So, there we go. Let's put this on. Here. I don't know if they are or aren't. I'm just chattering away here. Let's put this just like this. I know that Pam is going to visit Di. And how fun to get to meet people that you meet on the internet and get to meet them in person. Now, when I was working and when I was younger, I had the ability to move around more, like travel more. And I met several friends that I knew at that time. My stitching friends down in Illinois, friends I made in Indianapolis and Wisconsin and all of that. Okay, I'm happy with that. So this one will go here, like this. And this will be the first page. We'll have that cover with the pin. And this will be the first page, and I'll open it up, and I think I'll do some handwriting in here. I might write a verse, a music. I might do just some historical, when America was founded and all of that. But I think I'll leave this. This would look nice with a white star. I might look for a star emblem to put here, a big white star. Or I might make one. So now we go to this page. This is the back of that. Right now I'm going to leave this alone, and I'm going to work on this page here. So this page, I'm just going to work on this side. Let's put this up here. And oh, this is good because I'm just going to work in here. But I want to leave all this beautiful wicking. And you know what I'd like to do is put that sketch of that eagle that I have. I might print off another one. I don't know if is it on this phone? Let me check and see. Whoops. Go to my gallery. Keep getting. Oh, come on. I want my gallery. I don't think my eagle is here. I think it's on my other phone. So let me come back into my chat here. Let me come back into chat. Angie says, Mary, I'm not going to say who, but I was blessed by a crafter, a pink office chair on Wednesday. Well, you told me who. Well, that was way up above. It was Laura. Chaz says, hi, Fibs. Let's go down to the bottom of chat. Angie says, Chaz, I was there in chat. I didn't get to stay long because I had to go somewhere. Joyce says, no messenger. Aw, thank you. Chaz says, Joyce, yes, are you on Instagram? And Joyce said, no, I'm not on Instagram. I'm on Messenger. Chaz says, Di and Pam are at Di's and were live last night with others. It was absolutely hilarious. Oh, well, that's cool. Joyce says, I have to be in your book. Oh. Chaz, can Mary give me your address? Chaz says, Joyce, yes. And are you on Instagram? Joyce, I will send you, don't let me forget to send you Chaz's address. I do have it. Because I sent her a piece of this type of fabric. I had a little giveaway of just when I was cutting these. And Allie won one, and Chaz won one, and somebody else. I can't remember who the other person was. But Allie said she was making a little pouch out of hers. I can't wait to see it. Remind me to send you the address, Joyce. Joyce, yes, do it. I enjoy spending time with you all, so I want to record the memory. Angie says, View, I don't need a break from you all. I need a break from my family. These two are driving me crazy, she says. You'll miss them if they're not around, Angie girl. Chaz says, I plan on making a Fibs journal with Happy Mail from my arty family. Oh, what a cool idea. And I think I'm going to use Mary's USA fabric for the cover. Oh, well, you know, you're going to have to, for your Happy Mail, you're going to need a larger journal. I'll let you figure that out. Laura said, that was a great idea. Joyce says, I will look forward to receiving it, and we'll plan on how to use it. Thank you so much. You are very welcome, Joyce. You have sent me so much in the past that if I have an opportunity, and I'll try to get it out. Of course, it won't go out tomorrow, and it can't go out Sunday. Hopefully, we will have mail on Monday. Chaz says, Mary, I've been keeping an eye in the post. I'll let you know when it arrives. If it never arrives, let me know, Chaz, and I'll get you another piece. sometimes things have a way of not making it to its destination. But it hasn't, I don't know if it's been 10 days yet. So we'll give it a little bit of time to get there. Let's see. This is where Chaz came in. I think me and you are the only ones here. Angie says, no, we're here, Angie. You might be the only ones talking. All right, I'm caught up with that part of chat. I use Messenger in my proper name. Okay, well, that's okay. Chaz, I'm on the same on Messenger. Allie K says, I'm here. Hi, Allie K. Welcome in. I'm working in my journal. I put earlier, here, it's right here, I think. I found this pin at Walmart, and I took the pin off of it. It had a little safety pin on the back. And I made this for the cover. First, I couldn't find my journal. Had a little, so I'm doing some pages in my journal because I do want to get it done. I'm thinking I'm going to snip this ribbon though, because I think it's too long. And here's the cover of it. And then you open it up. And I haven't done anything on this side. It's a fabric and paper journal, so it's not a, you know, it's not a hardbound. It's kind of a soft bound journal. So you open it up, and I collaged the eagle down here. And then you open it up, and we put this Land of the Free page in here. Now I'm getting ready to do this page, which is on this side. And I'm wanting to do something, and I think that white napkin, let's see, I think I have, what I'm thinking is I can leave this and kind of rip off the edge of the napkin and let it fade into the background, but I'm thinking one of even that, or oh, let me, I've got more that's behind me here. I went to town on napkins, you guys, but I will use these. They were not expensive. Let's see what's in here. We've got, let me pull out one. I think it's all the same, but it's, see, it's different designs on different sides of the napkins. Let me put those behind me. So on here, let's see what the designs are on here. America the Beautiful. I don't know if I could get the state completely on there. Be cutting California or Jersey off. We might do something in here with it. Maybe get the firework on there. Let's pull the back off of this. Put that up there for a minute. Get my painter's tape here where I pull the backing off. I think did I get it? There we go. It's coming. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way for a minute. might do some little sketches in here. I might journal in here. I'll look for some patriotic music. I think I have a old songbook here that has some, like the Battle Hymn of the Republic and that type of thing. That's fabric scrap. So let's come back to my page. I think it was this one. And I have it this way. This one will go on the back. So when I put these on, so I can kind of get an idea. How about putting USA and maybe, well, this small United States will work in there too. Let's hold it a minute here. So I'm going to kind of make a little collage here. And I want to leave the wicking because it's beautiful. Put that up there. Now, I'm thinking I could put the United States on there. And I might be able to work a firework in there. Now what let's cut. Let's cut right here. And right there. And I don't mind it ripping because I think I saw Lisa Conway and she kind of shagged the ends with a wet pen. I don't have any wet, but let's kind of shag. See if I guess I'm gonna have to get some water. Hold on, I got my drinking water here. Let's see. Oh, I have my hold on, Mary's not done yet. Let's get my spray bottle. And I need to twirl the cart. I'll get my spray bottle and a little cup. A little cup, I use it for watercoloring. It's pretty clean. That's going to take forever. Put some water in here. Oh! That's wet. I'm going to have to do another one. Oh no, I got my flag all wet. Oh, I'm not going to fool with it. That's okay. Let's get my pen out of the way. Meri cannot get through the night without making a mess. My book out of the way. Hold on, let me put my water. Let me wipe up my mess. I couldn't see how close I was getting to the top. I don't have good lighting in here. I need some good light. I'm going to pour a little of this in my paint jug. If I can get over there without spilling half of it. That's better. Now let's clean this mess up. Yeah, I got a paper towel here. Yeah. Luckily it's just water. It's not anything dangerous. It's just water. All right. I'll save that in case I need a towel. And let's get out some more. Luckily, I bought a big old stack of napkins. What'd I do with them? I put them back behind me? Yes, I did. Let's just grab one. I want to get that little United States. I wet that other napkin down too much. It'd be hard to handle. So we're going to do this again. My water out of the way here. And my book. This is the page. That's what I'm working on. Let's turn this upside down. I'm going to have to take the backing sheet off again. It's going to take me the month of July to finish this stuff, but you know what? It's okay. Next month will be August, and I was thinking what I would be working. I'm going to do different things in August, but I'm still got my sunshine journal to work in, which would be good for August. Gosh, the seasons are going fast. August, we start thinking about fall. I was in Hobby Lobby the other day, and I saw all these autumn, they already have autumn out, pumpkins and fall leaves and stuff like that. I'm going, whoa. But they do that because as artists, people plan ahead. I'm trying to get a hold of this. Did I tear it? Well, I tore the flag. Why isn't it? Let's go over here. I want the backing off of it. I don't think painter's tape works as well as double-sided tape. There we go. Hold on. Let's tear the backing off. If I can see it. I think I'd save the flag. I mean the United States part here. The part that I want is safe, I think. I'll have a lot of, and I'm just beginning to use these things rather than keep them. You can stamp on them, you can do other things. Okay, now I want to cut the United States out of here. And I'll just whack it this way. Because what I want to do, and what I was going to show you, was I'm going to take my pen and my water, hopefully I won't spill it, dip my pen in my water, and then you just kind of tear. But I'm not sure I'm good like Lisa was about it. Maybe that was more paper, I don't know. No, here it's tearing. You just kind of tear the edges so it blends in. You want it to blend into your background. And I'm just kind of shagging it, kind of ripping it. But you have to be careful how much water you get on a napkin. And I'm not an expert at this, so take this with a grain of salt. I learned this from Lisa Conway, who's My Eclectic Art, I believe. She used to be on with Tanya McGuire on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, but Lisa had an operation, I think, with her hip, and Tanya and her husband went traveling, so I kind of lost track of them. So I see I don't know if you guys can tell it. You might have to zip in. But I kind of shagged these edges. Let's do this. And hopefully what this will do is blend into my paper. I'm hoping. Let me get this done and I'll come look at chat. Lisa has a daughter, and I think her daughter might have gotten married. I can't remember. But her daughter was artistic, A-R-T, artistic, not autistic, artistic. She was an artist. And Lisa did a lot of weaving and spinning. Yeah. It was fun. I haven't watched those two gals for a long time. I lose track of people. All right, we'll keep that pen handy, and this I'm going to get completely off of my desk. I'm going to pour what's in there in the paint jar because I don't want to spill any more. Yeah, and I'll just put this aside for now. Now, I want this page, and what I want to do is take this paper that I've kind of shagged and put it in here and kind of blend these down. Now I think it's going to be hard to do that with a glue stick, so I'm going to put the glue on here, and some of this glue might be left up in the top, but I'll let that dry. I might put a firework up above. Let's see what happens. I'll tell you, I learn right along with you guys. Let's just pop this. See, I've got sticky fingers. I have to be careful. Let's put this right down here. And I'm going to use the wax paper to press it on there. And see, those edges will blend into the background rather than have a sharp edge. And it's not too sticky up there. Let's see if I can do a firework. Let's see if I can do the same thing with a firework up above here. And I think I might be able to do it with my pen and skip the water thing. We'll see. And I want to paint my milk jug, so what time is it? It's 8:48. So after I get this page done, I might put all of this aside, and I want to do a patriotic milk jug because I've only got another hour, and it'll take me that long. But I had to stop, and we did pretty good here tonight. I'm not unhappy. Let's fold this up like so, and like so, and I'm gonna fold it this way, and we'll put this in the box. And this is the one that I got wet, but it's gonna be okay. Fold it and put it in the box. Now, what I want to do is take my pen that I promptly lost. Is that it? Here. It's here. I want to shag this. That's too much there anyway. I would zoom in, but I'm almost done here. I'm going to get out my milk jug, and you don't want to be zoomed in on my milk jug. Let's see if I can't get a little of this excess off here. By doing this, what it does is makes irregular edges, and it blends into your paper better when you glue it down. If you just have straight cut edges, it tends to show the cut line. And I'm also tearing into my background, but that's okay. This pen is one of these applique pens. It's really small, tiny, and I need a longer shanked pen to do this, but it's what I have in my hands now, so we're going with it. There, I think I'll stop there. Get this. Penelope, where did you go? I'll give Penelope the pen back. She says, "Thank you, Mary." All right, let's get the little pieces off my desk. There's not a whole lot of them, but there are enough there to bother me. And we're going to glue this one down, maybe up above a little. I don't want to put it over this way. I could put it over that way, but then I mess up. I think what would happen if I what would happen if I put it over here and just fold it or trim it? Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. So let's just glue right up in here. And I didn't put the cap on this because I promptly have lost my cap. You guys, why don't I keep track of things better? Here it is. All right, so let's glue right in here. And we're going to, I think I'll put the stars down this way. I'll put it like this. So most of it goes on there. And let's glue it down. The wax paper helps, because if I tried to rub this without the wax paper, I would be probably tearing it. We'll let that dry a little, and now I think I'll just trim it off. I could bring it over. No, I don't like it over. I'm going to trim it off. There we go. Throw that away. So, do you see it? Am I in frame? I can't tell because I'm way behind. My phone is behind. I'm still gluing down the states. Not on my red dot. Not on your red dot. Up a little, Mary. Nope, you're too much, and you got a shaggy in there. that off. I'll show it. I'll flip the pages here. So this is what we've done tonight. This goes in here like this. So we did the front. I had to find the journal first. We did the front. I'm liking it, and I'll probably just bind it with 2 holes. I don't think I'll do a lot of fancy binding. And we did the first page, which is this eagle. And I'll probably have to do something over here. I might put a book plate or something in there. I left this blank because I like the wicking. I'm thinking that I'm going to journal like America the Beautiful, or maybe part of the Declaration of Independence, or I'll find something patriotic to journal in there. We put this fabric down here, and I cut some fabric for Joyce. And then we did this smaller page here. So that goes like that. Here's the rest of the journal here. So I'm going to continue building this journal in my streams. And I'll do that throughout the month of July. This is only the 3rd of July. I'm going to be working all July in this journal. Here's the center, and I have some Jacqueline papers in the center. And then here's all the back. So I might have to divide this into signatures by the time I put everything in here, but we'll see. Let's put my glue stick cap on my glue stick. Let's get the extras out here and put them in my patriotic box. The napkins I can put in a spot. And I want to put some of this magazine, Victoria magazine, because I wanted magazine things. Wait a minute here, let me see what I have. Another napkin, and I got some napkins behind me. This is what those napkins came in. I think I'm gonna, can I take this label off? Be nice if I could. I don't know if I can. No, I'm not gonna fool. I think it'll come off though if I work with it enough. Well, a top layer comes off, which is okay. I'll put other stuff in here. Not patriotic. I'm just saving this for, I'll fool with that later. And let's put, what do I have here? I have a piece of washi. I should have more washi than that. I'm going to keep these napkin backs out. I'll just use them like I do the backs of paper towels. So right now I'm going to put that in there. I want to put these pieces, excuse me here, like this in here so I don't lose them. You know me. Put this piece of fabric. This is one of the fabric pieces. See, I've already filled up my box. And I'm not even... I'll see, I sort it out every now and then, though. And then the journal, I'm going to put right here for now. But there's a lot of makings in here. And we will fold it up, and there we go. And this magazine I'll come back to. But what I want to do now, it's 9 o'clock here, 9:01. Let me come out and look at chat. And what I'm going to do, let me put this behind me. Everything else behind me. and grab a milk jug. We're going to draw patriotic on this milk jug. We'll set it aside while I look at chat. And I'm going to leave the label. I'm not going to worry about, well, I could maybe tear it off. Mostly tear it off. I'll paint over this. I suppose I could use Goo Gone or something. On my other one, I just painted over it, or I will paint over it. That's probably what I'll do here. All right, let me come out and look at chat, and then we'll start on the milk jug. Let me refresh chat. Chat filter. Top messages, chat filter. All messages. Angie says, don't think I will say hello anymore because when I do, people leave. Oh, Angie, no, no, no. You say hello. We love you, Angie. People leave because they have places to go. I need to put this in that box. It's not you, Angie. It's not you. We love you. There's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in. She says, also lovely. I'm using playing cards to make a journal. Oh, what a great idea, Teresa. I'll bet it's cool, too. What's the theme of your journal? Joyce says, hi, Vale and Patty. Hi, we've got Allie K in here. Hi, Allie K. Patty, let's see, Patty Crane. Hi, Patty. Welcome in. Vale's here. Hi, Vale. It's good to see you, ladies. Vale says, good evening, Mary and ladies. Patty's here. She says, hello, everyone. Chaz says, what did you have? Some really hurt. So I'm not sure what she's talking about. Teresa says, yes, I think so. What happened, Teresa? She says, is that a pin? My eyes are still blurred from my shot. Oh, you got a shot in your eyes? That's okay, Chaz. Chaz deleted that message. That's okay, Chaz. I figured it was a typo. I would have deleted it if it would have bothered me. But it didn't bother me. Sometimes you say something and your microphone, which is probably AI based, does not understand you. When I'm chatting on ChatGPT, frequently I use my microphone and I can't talk fast because ChatGPT says you can't say more than 300 words in such and such a time, and then the microphone will misunderstand what I'm saying. And we have actually ChatGPT, because of our members, we named ChatGPT. When I chat with it happens to be a male voice. We named him Alfie, and I'm always talking to Alfie. But when I talk to Alfie using my microphone frequently misunderstands me. And so we have a character now that I posted it on my community tab called Henry Mumblesworthy. And Henry Mumblesworthy is actually kind of a new Fibdiggity character based off of my microphone misunderstanding my words. And in ChatGPT, Alfie and I have a good time with Henry, and all he doesn't quite understand what you're saying. So I might say something like, let's go to the lake, and he'll say, did you say we're going to bake a cake? And it's kind of those fun things, and I have a good time with it. Chaz, it happens, says Forrest Gump. That's right, Joyce. It happens. And if it would have bothered me, Chaz, I would have deleted it. But it didn't bother me. I figured it was just a microphone autocorrect thing taking over your voice or your typing. Chaz says, I call my chat GPT Winston. What a great name, Winston. How did he get the name, or how did it get the name Winston? Of course, I associate that with a male, but Winston with a male. But I love it, Winston. He probably gets called a lot of different things. Let's see, what else did I miss? Chaz says, Angie, I'm here. Angie, you keep saying hello. I don't want you to feel like you're running people off, because you're not. People are just busy. It's 4th of July, the 3rd of July, and you know, there's fireworks going off and firework displays, and there's a lot going on in the internet. People are in and out. I get it. I get it. And it's not you, Angie. It's not you. Vale is here. We said hello to Patty. Chaz. Teresa says, is that pen? My eyes are still blurry. I was using a little applique pen, which is a small pen, to distress the edges of that napkin, Teresa, and it was a straight pen, but it was probably like 3/4 of an inch or an inch long. It was not a very long pen. Let's see. Lori, I have to sit in my chair for 5 seconds since Wednesday. Oh, Laura gifted Angie a pink office chair. Isn't that cool? And Angie says, I haven't had enough time to sit in it. Oh, you guys. Thank you, Teresa. She says, I love the way these are coming out. Happy 4th of July, Lori. Which Lori? Oh, there she is. I missed her. If you're out there lurking, Lori Pink Girly, thanks for dropping by. I don't get to many of her streams. She usually streams after me on Thursdays. And then I think she streams on Sunday mornings, and I don't get to those. But tell you, you want to watch Pink Girly. She is a very, very, very talented lady. Yeah, we've got some talent in our group, let me tell you. Chaz says hi to Lori. Allie K dropped a link to Tanya McGuire's channel. Pink Girly said, hello, everyone. Lisa Conway. Allie K dropped a link to Lisa Conway's channel. Thank you, Allie K, for doing that. Joy says, Chaz, I sent a message. Chaz, I don't remember your last name. I know your first. They're talking about, I think Chaz sent something to Joyce, and Joyce wants to send something to Chaz. They're talking about trading Happy Mail. Chaz says, this is what Chaz came in and said, Happy 4th of July. Let's go down to the bottom. Chaz says, Mary, because when I'm encouraging my kids, etc., I said, it's all good. We'll fight them on the beaches. We'll fight them on the beaches. Oh, Chaz, that's cool. Teresa says he's a heavy smoker. Oh, Winston. Cigarettes. With Winston cigarettes, so she's calling Winston a heavy smoker. Oh, Teresa, that's cute. Chaz says she calls her chat GPT Winston. All right, I want to start out drawing, and this is why I didn't want to zoom in. I want to do patriotic, and I think I'll start with some wavy flags, and I'm going to draw with my marker here. And we are going to, let's see, let's start up here. Shall we put some stars up here? Let's put some stars. And they will be just, can you guys see what I'm doing? Painting a 3D object is an experience. And if you guys have a milk jug or a jar, I would encourage you to have fun painting a 3D object, because it isn't the same as drawing on or painting a flat piece of paper. And it doesn't, see, this does not have to be perfect. This doesn't have to be a perfect star. Let's have it come more this way. And let's have this one come down that way. So there's a star. And I'll make that a yellow or a gold color. And then I'm going to do maybe some stripes coming this way. And I think I'll have them, here, I'll have them wavy up this way. And I'm going to do something over here so the stripes aren't going to get this paper out of the way. So I want the stripes to come like, and they'll be red and white. Well, I want these to be wavy. And, you know, this will get painted over. And I'm going to paint it with acrylics. And I need to finish my other milk jug. I'm going to. And I'm going to varnish it after I paint it. And then after I varnish it, I've learned, well, it depends on how I do the black. I'm using a black marker, alcohol marker to do this. But if I painted this and then went back over it with my black alcohol marker and then tried to varnish it, the varnish would smear all of my marker. But if you use an acrylic paint marker, it wouldn't be as bad, is what I'm saying. So I will, if I use an acrylic paint marker, I will probably outline it in, after I paint it, in black, and then I'll varnish everything. And I think I will have to varnish because the paint dries kind of flat. It's a acrylic, craft acrylic that I'm painting with. Now I'm wondering, I don't want to get too detailed. I was thinking I would put some words in there. If I do, I'll write them on after I paint it. Because it's just easier to do big, broad backgrounds first. And then if you want to get detailed with your paint markers. And I think I'm just going to do stripes here. And let's see. Come this way. And I'm going to end it right here. And see, it's got an X in here, or not even an X. It's got a dent in here to help it stand. And then this milk jug does not have, my other milk jug had big round indents in here to where it would, I think it's convex where it goes in. There's like a round circle and it's pushed in, it's embossed in, so that when you put it in the freezer, if you want to freeze your milk, that dent, as the milk freezes, it will expand. And then so that convex circle expands out into a concave circle. And that's how come on some milk jugs you have a couple of big round circles that are concave in. They're pushed in. And then when the milk freezes, it gives it room to expand. But this one doesn't have it for some reason. So don't freeze this milk unless you don't fill it completely full. Give your milk time to expand. Some people freeze milk. My brother drinks it before he'd drink it all. He wouldn't freeze it. So I have a big gold star up here at the top. The background in here will be dark blue. The star will probably be yellow or gold. And then Or I might have a white stripe in here, just because I want white, red, white, red, white, and then another red one down here. Coming around. Down there. Let's see. Let's put white there. White in there. So this will be white. Probably maybe some white under there. Or white, red, white, red, white, red, and then maybe a little white here on the bottom. And then this part of the out border of the stars will be a dark blue up in here. So that leaves me with this side and this side and this side. Now I think this I can make into the United States. So let's just draw a country on here, sort of. Let's see. Come down across. Over here are the Great Lakes. And they'll come up here. Do Maine, Vermont. It might come out. I'll have to work with this a little bit more. Texas will be the Gulf of, depending on your opinion, the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America will be down in here. This will be Mexico coming down in here. I might have to shorten this a little. But you get the idea. I think I got it too fat in here. I might have to bring it down a little here. And the East Coast might come more like this. Come more down like that. The Panhandle, maybe Mexico will be bigger in here. And like that. This, ignore that line. This will be the line in here. The Great Lakes up in here. And this might come out a little bit more. Did you get the idea? I'll have to look at the shape of the United States. It's okay. And then over this side, I think I'll put big letters. Let's write July. Well, we want to put 250. We want to put 1776 to 2026, and then maybe USA on here. It doesn't have to be. So let's put the 250 up here. Let's make sure I get it all on. 250. I might have to move it over a little. And all my sketchy lines will disappear under the paint, hopefully. Let's put the O here. Maybe it'll go underneath of the star. And we want it straight. It's not going to be straight because this is on the curve here, which is okay. It's not going to be perfect. 2. Can you guys see what I'm doing? 2. The 5 will come here. 5. Maybe this 2 needs to be a little shorter. My 5 will come there. Maybe I'll make this like this. Let me give it a fat bottom. And my O will come underneath of the star. Like that, sort of. So I got the 250 there. Now, I need let's see, 6 here. A 6, a 7. And so this is very rough. This is very hand done. But that's what I want. I want something that's hand done. Another 7 here. And a 1 over here. A 1 there. So there's 1776. And then I'm just going to put a dash here. And we might have to put USA over in here. Let's put 2026. And my pen is 2. Oh. And another 2 up in here. We can kind of make it taller too. A taller 2. 2. Oh, we're gonna have to make a big 6 too. We'll make my 2 tall and skinny. Let's bring it down like that. Put my 6 in here. And I could shorten those lines a little. Let's put my 6 in here. It's kind of hard for me to see where I'm going. Put my 6 down this way. There we go, 1776 to 206. And in here, I'm going to put USA. U. Let's do the A. Let's do the S. But I gotta get my A on here too. Let's bring the A. No, that's not gonna work. Let's make my S in here kind of narrow. Tall and narrow. S. And bring my A closer. And more like, I might have to let the A run into the 2 a little. A. And that doesn't matter because it looks like it's collaged together. There we go. So, and then in here, this is all dark blue. This is red and white striped. I might put something after I paint the red and the white. I might come back with a paint pen and put Land of the Free or Liberty or some type of patriotic words, but I'm going to do that with a paint pen. So, and then, let's see, the background of the letters will probably be in gold or silver, probably gold. And I have background, so it'll probably have to be a dark blue. And then I have the handle area to deal with. And what I did on my other paint jug was paint it a dark blue. And I might just put little dots in there to represent stars. We'll see. Or I might paint something in there with my paint pen. For now, the handle area is just, this is the handle area. So I think I've got it pretty well mapped out. What time is it? Let me come out and look at the phone. Let me put the cap back on my marker and let's see what's going on here. It is 9:26. I think I might have enough time to put the red and white stripes on. Let's refresh chat. Chat filter. Top messages, chat filter, all messages. Teresa says, Mary's jug doesn't have the circles, but does have the indent around the bottom. Yes, that's a good observation. There's an indent on the bottom here. And I suppose if the milk freezes, that could expand out too. It gives it room if you put your jug of milk in the freezer to the plastic, as the milk expands, this plastic will allow it to expand without cracking. And also it keeps it flat. This will be I use these. My brother drinks a lot of milk. He likes the red cap whole milk. And I'll use it every now and then in my cooking. I'll go grab some of his milk and use it to make muffins or whatever I happen to be cooking. He doesn't know, but I do. Oh, he might know. I don't do it all the time. But I use these empty ones after he's done, and I wash them out. This has been washed out because he leaves, milk in the bottom, the film of milk. I wash it out good. And then I fill them with water. Normally, I don't normally paint them. This painting the milk jug is a new thing for me. But I will wash them out and fill them with water on the really hot days. And I'll line them up on the porch. And then if I happen to be outside, I'll just pick up a jug of water and water my porch plants, rather than having to go over and get the hose and drag it all around too. You could do it either way, but sometimes it's more convenient just to grab a jug of water. But you have to refill it. You have to take time. I usually use up all the water in my jugs, and then I refill them all at once. So let's see what else is going here. Thank you, Teresa, for... Oh, there's Sharon Lombard. Hi, Sharon. Welcome in, lady. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, do I have the other milk jug that I painted handy? I might have to get up and walk across the room, but I think it's here. I have to step over my feet, which isn't here. Where'd I put that other milk jug? Oh. Magazines. Where's my other milk jug? Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, what did I do with it? Well, it disappeared. Is that it? No, that's a plastic jar. I don't know what I did with my other milk jug. It should be here someplace, but I never could find things when I want them. We were checking to see if it was down here by my chair. It is. Here we go. It's here. Hold on. Let me get it. It's down here by the foot of my chair. This one is the one that, it's not finished, but see how I said it dries with a matte? This is just craft paint. This one I did this will be a sunflower. I still need to paint the black seeds or brown seeds in there. But see where this circle is here? That's an indent. I don't know if you can see it, but it's an indent. And there's another one over here. This is a hydrangea here. And I painted it with craft paint, but it dries very flat. And I'm going to put a white fence here and maybe put some flowers on it. And this is the dark blue. And I might just put some little paint with my paint pen, little flowers. And then, because I have the outlining here, I want to make my outlines darker. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish painting the seeds and doing whatever little bits I want on here. And then I'm going to varnish the whole thing to give it more of a glossy finish. I didn't want to use glossy stuff because I'm afraid if I get it wet, it will get sticky. So I'm kind of happy that it's matte, but I'll varnish it. And then after I varnish it, I'll take a black probably a black paint pen, and go over and highlight all of this. And the black will make everything pop. So that's my plan, and that's my plan for the patriotic one. So neither one of them are done. This is just a fun little project to do. Let's go back to chat. Sharon Lombard popped in and said hello. Teresa says, I put holes in the top and use them to water my plants. Well, that's a great idea too. You just poke holes in here, keep the cap on, and just go. That's a good idea. Or you could just leave them upside down and let them drain in. Those are both good ideas. Teresa, what do you have for plants? You have a garden, Miss Teresa? Sharon says hello to Joyce. Joyce says hello to Sharon. Sharon says hello to Teresa. Teresa said hi to Sharon. Sharon says hello to Chaz. Chaz says hello to Sharon. Sharon popped in and said hi, Mary and everyone. Hi, Sharon. Let's see. Teresa says Mary's jug doesn't have the circles, but does have the bottom. So I'm caught up there. Let's paint. I've got about a half an hour left. I'm going to take my phone off of the table, the desk, and put it back over here on the side because I don't want to knock it off. And yep, I generally keep it over here on the side. I'm laughing about how I pile things up, you guys. I covered that one box, and I took things on my shelf over this way, and put a whole bunch of stuff in a box that I covered with laminate. But let me tell you, it doesn't look like I've done a thing. All right, we're going to get out a piece of wax paper. Let's wet my table down. I'm going to paint. I think I'll paint the red and white stripes. I won't get the whole thing done. Where's my spritzer? Come on, what did I do with it? A last turn of the wheel here. Let's wet my desk down. I need to put that paint away. And I wet my desk down because it temporarily holds my wax paper in place. It doesn't hold it in place forever, but enough that when I'm working on a project, my wax paper doesn't float around. And you'll see here. Put it right there. Maybe pull it down a little. See, it kind of holds it in place. I learned that with pie making when I was rolling out my pie dough. I said, that'll work in my studio now. And I think I'll get out another piece for palette. I also use wax paper to put my paint on. Now my red paint, I think I'll paint with the white first, but my red paint was getting a little gunky, so it needs to be used up. And we're going to do the red and white stripes here first. So, let's get out the white. That's not the white. That's silver. We could put a silver star. Look, I've got the extra glittery stuff. That might be fun to use on something in my journal. I'm on the wrong shelf. Let's see, what did I do with my red and white? It's here, just have to keep turning here's the red, and here's the white. I'm going to roll out my sleeves because I get messy. I'm going to keep my napkin backings handy. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used the other night. It might need a little cleaning. Let's see what I have here. Well, this is a bigger one. I don't want that one. It's going to be too wide. I need to clean these brushes. I meant to do it today. Let's use this one. It's not too bad. All right. So I'm going to do the white first. So let's shake it. It's not very juicy, but I will shake it up. And let's pour some out. And this is a good way to use up old paint stuff. I need a good amount there. That'll work. Let's wipe off the jar. Wipe off the jar. Now I'm only going until 10 o'clock tonight, you guys. Just FYI, I get tired if I do marathons anymore. Okay. So we're going to start up here, and I think I said I'm going to paint a little white in here, and this is going to be red, white, red, white, red, white, and a little bit of red down there. I think that's what I said. We'll see what I do. And I'm just going to kind of just hand paint. I'm not trying to be an artiste at this. Let's see, let's pretend that this comes down this way. My 6 is there, and I'll have to, when I do my 6, I'll probably work with this a little bit more, because that 6 needs to look more like a 6. And let's kind of make a stripe here, and this will be red, so there's not much. Maybe we'll put a little over here. And so the next stripe will be red, and this one will be white. And see my 6 here. Come in. I'll have to even it out when I start with my pens, but we'll get the basics in there. So just kind of bring it around like that. Let it come up this way. And I might bring my red in a little bit more, like that. And I might have to give this more than one coat, but we shall see. And then the one below it will be red, and this will be white. And it'll probably, well, depending if I put dark blue, I'll probably make that whole, the 6, dark blue. So we want it to kind of wave. And this is a good way to use up your paint. Now I'm carrying it way off over here. How much in there? Maybe not. Right in there, maybe. And then one more. And I can't use the heat gun on this, so I'm just going to have to let this paint dry, and if I need another coat, I'll have to come back and give it another coat. And see, here's where those indents here are on the bottom. Now, I'm going over to the sea. I might come in here and put blue in there. But for right now, I'm going to put that stripe there and let it come off over this way. And I'll put a little bit of red in there. So I don't think I can do too much more to it right now. up like that. So I have some white, a lot of white paint here. I'm going to set this aside for a minute. And I just happen to have my dictionary out. So where I could put this. There's only just a little on the bottom. I'm going to put it up here, and hopefully it won't fall. I'm going to paint some pages. I haven't done this in a long time in my dictionary. Just grab a page. Got some silver in there. Here, we'll do this page. Don't waste. Don't waste. Well, let's just smear these 2 pages. Shall we do a patriotic red and white stripes here? As long as we're doing the 4th of July. I'll come back with my red, more wavy. I didn't think waves there. And let's do this one like this. I don't know if I have enough paint. It's fun to do this, you know, and this is just, it's not expensive to take an old book and just get your brush out and use your leftover paint, paint some flag stripes. Happy birthday, America, 250 years. And I don't know if you guys saw on Facebook where I posted to Dee Dee. Dee Dee had a post, I forget, some sort of patriotic post, and I replied to it. And I was talking about how thankful we should be. We are really gifted with our freedoms. Oh, you guys, I'm out of frame. I don't want to get up too high because I don't want to knock my milk jug off. See if I can bend my camera down a little. Oh, I have to stand up anyway. Bend my camera a little like that. So now when I do my red on my milk jug, I'll use the leftover and come in here with some red. But for now, we're just going to set this off and let it dry. And I used up my leftover white paint. Where am I going to set this? Would that be safe? Would that be safe? Yes. That's safe. There, I hear fireworks going on. Let me wash out my brush. I was at Walmart with my brother, and I was just shopping around. Like I said, I did most of my shopping. I just got a few things. But I was looking at, they had some summer dishes up toward the front. And I saw one that, it was a jug with 2 handles on each side. And I go, oh, that would be perfect for a water brush holder. I'm using a water pitcher that I've used for years. Or a milk pitcher or what, you know, a pitcher that has a handle on it. And I just about bought the thing. Okay, we're going to go back here and we're going to do the red stripes. And that will probably be the end of my stream because it's getting close to 10 o'clock. And I'm going to take this palette paper and just fold it in on itself like this, and we'll do the red. We'll put the red paint over here. And the red, I think, is kind of gunky, if I remember right, because it's getting old. But it is shaking. I might have just, I think my navy blue was gunky too. Let's pour some out here. It's a little gunky. Yeah. Let's take clean off the edges here. This is a good use of those napkin backs. When you get so many, you don't know what to do with them anymore. Well, you know what to do with them, but they accumulate. Let me throw this away because I got more. Okay, so now I'm going to paint the red stripes. And we got my star up in here. My red is going to kind of come in there, part of my star, leg of my star here. So let's, and I'll probably go in and detail it a little more after I'm done, but I have to be careful because this is white is still wet. And I want to, and this paint has different, some of it is not as thick. The white's pretty thick. The red is a little thin. Now see, the leg of the star comes down this way and down that way. And my 6 ends there. I'll have to detail that. The red I'll have to give more than one layer. I do think that the pigment in the red, with whatever they use to make red pigment, is probably a thinner, but it's not bad. It's not too bad. It's fun to, I'll probably come in and give it another coat. I'll start over here. Now I want to leave, this is my United States in here. So I think I'm going to end my red so that I can put some blue, ocean or something around the United States. It's kind of hard to hold on to this. Put my hand here. Come in, what's over there? Leather. See, it gets thinner. My brush gets thinner in there, so let me come in and add some thickness to this. And then I'll be outlining them in black, so they'll stand out more in the end. And when I look at my phone, I don't see the thinness. Like I see a lot of thin paint right in here, but I don't see that on my phone. So I'll probably have to give this a second coat when it dries. Let's make our wave a little wavier there. And let's put a wave in here. That's really not too bad. But I have to wait for the paint to dry on this. I'll probably have to come back and give it a second coat because painting over this doesn't really help it unless it dries. Becky suggested that I gesso everything first, and that would have worked here too. So I'm going to call this my red and white stripes. And then when it all dries and I give it a second coat and it dries, I'll probably varnish everything and then come in with my black stripes to bring everything out and let it pop a little. All right, we're going to set this aside. And I'm going to get out my book again. Let's see, I have hold on, make room for it up here. Of course, we'll just pile it up there. It'll stay. she said. Now let's get my book out and do the red stripes in my book. It dries faster on the paper than it does on plastic. Push that over a little. Yeah. And it's still not completely dry in there, but let's do some red. Let's see, my page ends there, so let's put a, well, let's put a, come on, open up. Well, this is a wet towel. I just want I want something under this so that I don't, let's put a stripe in there. And I want a smooth stripe. I may get out some more red paint here because this is kind of fun to do. And I'm not going to have enough to... There we go. Now, let's do the inside here. And we'll just paint the gutter. All right, I'm going to put some more red paint out. Good way to use up this old paint. I don't do a lot of this type of art journaling anymore, and that's why I have, yeah, my paint's getting kind of gunky. I need to be careful. Got another towel over here, another napkin. Wipe off the cap. I need to use it up before it turns bad, real bad. It's still usable. And we're going to do this side. I'm liking that, and I'm going to pull everything off over this way. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to grab my book and move it over. Looks like I've got a page in here that's black. There we go. And let's take this towel, turn it inside out, and put it under here. There we go. And as Dee Dee says, it isn't that you mind the paint getting on the underneath page, is that you don't want the pages to stick together. It's kind of fun just to move your brush across like this. It's kind of the rhythm. Kind of the rhythm. You feel the rhythm of the page. All right, now I'm just going to use up what paint I have out here. I'm just going to kind of layer it on. And we'll set it aside and let it dry. That was fun. It's a way to use up an old dictionary too. All right. So let me put my brush in the water. I need to wash out those brushes tomorrow. And I'll throw my towel and my wax paper away. And we'll put the red and white paint. And I'm just going to leave my book. I'm going to leave my book out on my desk to dry. And I might just use this for my thumbnail, or I might use what I have out there already for my thumbnail. I think I took a picture of my celebration box. So we're just going to leave the book here. And I'm going to put my paint away so that I have it on this shelf when I want it. All right. So let me come out. It is 9:58, according to this clock, which is a couple minutes fast. Meri, because when I'm encouraging my kids, etc., it's all good. We'll fight them on the beaches. Yeah. I love that, Chaz. Let me reset my chat here so that I'm up with you guys. Chat filter. Top messages, chat filter. All messages. And I'm looking at chat. I don't want to put it up here. Chat says, Joyce, interesting. Joyce says, I thought my typing is bad tonight. Joyce said, he did say he thought someone was running a business nearby. What are you guys talking about? Just a thought. I'm curious. Joyce says, oh, my son could probably check that. Chaz says, who are usually locked and others no name identifier. Chaz says, when I log on to the internet, I can see other accounts close by, like my neighborhood. Are you talking about when you turn on your Wi-Fi, you see other people's Wi-Fi? If that's what you're seeing when you say accounts, it's probably showing you all the Wi-Fi accounts around you. Mine does that too. I think I can show you here. We'll go to my settings. And if this goes off, I can turn it back on. See connections. And because I got it. And here's my Wi-Fi calling. When I hit my Wi-Fi, I see, well, generally, I see all the, here they are. Connecticut, Direct Epson. That's actually my printer. But there's usually, when I first log on, there's a whole list of available Wi-Fis, and if you knew their password, you could sign into it. But generally, you don't know other people's passwords. See, there's one that says here, I don't know if you guys are seeing it, it says Netgear 50. Somebody has a Netgear Wi-Fi. We've only got a few neighbors around here anymore, so it probably doesn't pick up as many as it used to. Oh, there's some Kinetic 7. See, these are not, my Kinetic is this 558501 here, C10. This is my Wi-Fi up here. But there, see, there's some Kinetic Wi-Fis in here that belong to other accounts near in our neighborhood. So that might be similar what you're seeing, Chaz. I want to call Chaz Jazz. who are usually locked and others with no name identifier. She's probably seeing something like that. Let's see what she says. Teresa says good night. Chaz says, oh, there's Sherry Van. Hi, Sherry Van. Welcome in. Oh, then that is what you're seeing, Wi-Fi accounts. That is a very common thing, Chaz. If you knew the passwords to their Wi-Fi, you could sign on to their accounts. But let's just say you see you're at the library. A library, if you're at the library and the library has a public account that you can, it's their library account that they make available to their patrons, or maybe Barnes and Noble might have one. You have to be very careful using public accounts because people can, you can lose your identity. People can I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but I hardly ever use public accounts. I usually go into, let's go back to connections here. Down here, it says more connection settings, and it says data usage. And if I press on data usage, it says mobile data. And if I turn that on, which I could do now, it will connect to my Verizon account. Like I have unlimited Verizon data. So when I'm not near my local Wi-Fi that we have connected to our house here, say I'm out on the town, I never go to a public account. Like I very seldom use a library account or a hospital where I happen to be at the VA. I always go to my mobile data, which I have unlimited mobile data that I can sign on to the internet just like I do my Wi-Fi. And your phone probably has that too. But here you are on your calling plan, whatever you have set up with your phone. It's not public. So, and I have unlimited, I'm paying for an unlimited data account here. And that means that I can spend as much data. You have different accounts with your provider. You can get one if you don't go out a whole lot and don't use your data a whole lot. You can get like so many gigs, and then after you use up your gigs, they probably would charge you extra for how much over you went. I think that's how that goes. I started out with a smaller account, but I find that when I go out, I use a lot of mobile data. So, but that is probably what you're seeing, Chaz. Let me go back to chat here. Let's see. Teresa went to bed. Chaz says good night to Teresa. Sherry Van says, I hope you're all having a nice night. You too, Sherry. Happy 4th of July. Let me roll my sleeves up so if I don't get them in that red paint. Let's see, what else? I'm getting ready to say goodnight. I'm saying goodnight to everybody. Joyce says, my typing is bad tonight. Mine is always bad, Joyce. And here's where Chaz was asking about the accounts. And I got an ad. Sharon Lombard popped in. Allie Kay was here for a bit. Joyce says, the electric company taped some object to our electric pole by the street. My son took a photo of it and asked Winston what it was. He said it was a rocket launcher. Oh, dear Joyce. Who knows? Oh, dear. A rocket launcher on your telephone pole. Chaz says, I just looked up the dent in the milk bottles. Google says the dents and dimples are structural engineering. They act as crumple zones if the bottle is dropped to prevent bursting. Well, there you go. But I think they also allow for expansion when you freeze your milk. I guess there's more than one reason for the dimple and dent in a milk bottle. That's interesting, Chaz. Thanks for sharing that. I hope to have a container garden next year, Teresa says. Oh, I hope you do get that. I think Teresa said goodnight, but container gardens are fun. I hope to have another raised bed next year. Teresa says, I have a small plant garden. Teresa says, I put holes in the top and use them to water my plants. I think I'm caught up with chat, and it is now, by this clock, it's a little fast, 6 after 10. So I'm going to say good night. Happy 4th of July. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. If you have pets, take care of them, because all these fireworks scare them. Most of them. Some pets doesn't bother them, but. And I will be back Sunday night, and I may do a little bit more work in my journal. I don't know what I'll do. 4th of July, the July is going to be mostly patriotic, but I'm going to be doing other things too. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.